Hello friends, welcome to youtube.com oblique drvet channel. I am Dr. P.R. Patel, Professor and Head Veterinary Medicine. We have seen campylobacteriosis. Campylobacteriosis causes two types of the disease, bovine genital campylobacteriosis and gastrointestinal campylobacteriosis. We have already seen video on bovine genital campylobacteriosis. In this presentation, we will see gastrointestinal campylobacteriosis. In part 1, we will study synonym, introduction, etiology and epidemiology of this important gastrointestinal campylobacteriosis. Gastrointestinal campylobacteriosis. Name itself suggests gastrointestinal, gastro stomach and intestine involved. The synonym is traveler's diarrhea. Means diarrhea generally occur during traveling in human being. So name is given traveler's diarrhea. During this, there is passage of unformed stool frequently, 3 to 4 times or even more, while traveling due to either stress or due to infection. So when there is stress, infection mostly always accompany. Here we will know introduction, some of the information about the disease. Campylobacteriosis is a contagious disease caused by Campylobacter species. There are commonly two species, Campylobacter jejuni and Campylobacter coli. There are other species also, but these two, jejuni and coli, are common. Disease cause a gastrointestinal symptom. So it is named as gastrointestinal campylobacteriosis. The main symptoms are diarrhea, cramping, there is abdominal pain also, and fever in domestic animals and in the human beings. Continue the introduction part. Young animals and humans are the most severely affected. The common hosts involved are dogs, cats, cows, sheep, goat, some of the zoo animals, and human beings. Here we will study etiology. It is caused by species Campylobacter. There are two species in that, Campylobacter jejuni and Campylobacter coli. These two causes more than 95% of the Campylobacteriosis infections. The Campylobacter are a small organism. They are gram-negative, microaerophilic. The organisms are of various shapes. They are either curved or comma or S or a spiral shaped or rod shaped organisms. And characteristic of the organism is that the organism Campylobacter possesses a single polar flagell and that gives the motility to the organism. We continue with the etiology. The Campylobacter are motile. The motility is a characteristic corkscrew type. Just we are turning the cork, and screw. The motility can be rapidly darting and or spinning kind of motility. The organisms are without capsule and they does not form spore. The campylobacter species are very labile, very fragile. They can be destroyed quickly at drying and heating. Epidemiology of campylobacteriosis. The campylobacteriosis is present worldwide and more prevalent in human beings, poultry, and young animals. The most common predisposing factor is transport. So it is called as transport disease or in human being it is a traveler's disease. Sources of infection of campylobacteriosis: environment, that is soil, air and water. In the water there is swimming water, recreational streams, pond water, surface water and other type of water may act as a source of infection. Wild birds and wildlife also act as a source of infection. Poultry is also a good source of infection. Infected eggs, hatchery waste, and poultry house litter contain full of infection. Asymptomatic carriers are also observed, and these asymptomatic carriers contaminate food, water, milk, and meat. So infection can be get from anywhere, either soil, air, or water, or say food, water, milk, and meat. There are many sources of transmission, mainly transmitted through fecal oral route of transmission. Contaminated feces, when it comes to contact with oral mouth, the organism enter. So fecal oral route is a common route of the transmission. It is transmitted through foodborne or waterborne infection, very common. Poultry is a good source of transmission. Ingestion of undercooked poultry or any raw meat product may harbor the infection. Unpasteurized milk is also a good source of infection and causes diarrhea in animals and human beings. Very common hosts affected are especially young animals, dogs, cats, cows, sheep, zoo animals, and humans. So it has got a zoonotic importance. And poultry is also a good source of contamination and poultry is also affected. Friends, here we have got information on gastrointestinal campylobacteriosis. In this we have studied synonym, introduction, etiology and epidemiology. Please share this information to veterinary students, veterinary friends and please subscribe this channel so that channel can grow. Thank you very much for observing the video.